2. Chrissy Walker was in a fish mood. I recommended a cozy seafood place called Hooked at the far end of the municipal wharf, where I always ordered the grilled wild sea bass with salsa fresco and a whisper of cilantro. Walker and his wife both went with steamed crab legs. From our table, the streetlights on shore were gauzy starbursts, refracted in the mist that had settled thick and damp over the Rancho Bonita waterfront. "Ask anybody," Walker said, downing his third Jack Daniels and signaling the waiter for another. "My daughter was a knockout, smart as a whip, too. Second in her class at Annapolis." He pulled out his wallet and pulled out a picture of an athletic-looking brunette with strikingly blue eyes. She was wearing navy whites and flanked by 8 other cadets identically dressed, all grinning into the camera and holding hand-lettered signs that said, "Beat Army." They all looked like they had their whole lives ahead of them, but none more so than Walker's daughter, Ruth. He was right. She was a knockout. "That's what happens when you raise your kid in a Navy town," Walker said with a bittersweet smile. "She never did want to go the Air Force route like her old man." "You did good work, Hub." I handed him back his photo. He looked away, out onto the dark ocean, his eyes moist, hoping I wouldn't notice them. Chrissy leaned her head on his shoulder and stroked his arm affectionately. I was only her stepmom, which I knew Ruth resented sometimes, but I don't know how I could have loved her any more. Nearly a decade had passed, Walker said, since 2 SEAL Team snipers out for a leisurely 10-mile midnight run found his daughter's body sprawled in the sandy bluffs behind Coronado Beach, about a half-mile from the Center for Naval Special Warfare, where West Coast SEALs do much of their training. "She died," Walker nodded, gazing out the windows and into the murk, "on a night just like this." I asked if her killer was ever caught. "They stuck a needle in him out in Indiana about a month ago. 10 years of appeals before he finally ran out the clock. The feds offered to pay our airfare so we could come out and watch, but I was worried I might put the sumbitch out of his misery myself. They put us up in a hotel in San Diego instead."